I'm using my my restraints. I'm holding back on it, you know. Okay, no, now it's going. Now it's going. Here we go.
All right, and here we go. We have
CMDINGO with the MS2. I'm a huge fan already.
Absolutely.
A lot of cancel, trying to mitigate the spike, which they have pretty efficiently.
And already we're seeing Dingo has this significant speed advantage, which is putting Jayden in a really awkward spot to downstack. Finds a nice combo to survive that spike though, and now it is Jayden's turn to get on the offensive and fast. But to do that, she's first got to get through this cheese, and Dingo making sure, oh, is this a TST tower? No, decides to skim out, but still making sure that the cheese is not falling, but rising.
I gotta say, speaking of the cheese though, Jayden is doing a fantastic job of downstacking through this stuff. As a U-rank, I gotta be taking notes from my own games. But Jayden receiving a lot of garbage. Speaking of earlier though, able to downstack the cheese and put himself in a good place to counter spike back.
Absolutely, and speaking of counter spikes, Dingo sending a massive one right there. This back-to-back ×7, so brutal to deal with on Jayden's side, and the thing is, despite the fact that Jayden's canceling, those cleans are not going to evenly cancel, and Jayden was just slowly pushed up until eventually she could not take it anymore. 1-0 CMDINGO.
Yeah, Bad Goblin, what do you think that the main win condition for both of these players is going to be so far?
So far, I believe that on CMDINGO's side, he's got to do exactly what he just did. He has got to push up this cheese and use that speed advantage to its maximum potential. And on Jayden's side, you've got to do exactly what she's doing right now, where she is starting to get this back-to-back, not letting the cheese, stopping him before it starts, and really just getting a huge spike out to finish Dingo off.
Yeah, the back-to-back 10 from JAYDENPPT is really huge for these spikes, because as we know in Tetrio, the multiplier exponentially scales with the amount of back-to-back you have, so it'll be super important for players to win games because of that. Speaking of back-to-back though, Jayden trying to build a back-to-back of their own. Little spike here sending over CMDINGO, but boards are fairly even on both sides, so players are going to continue to exchange clean. Exchanging clean, 14-15 spike from CMDINGO down to JAYDENPPT, who's pushed up to the top of their board, but with a lot of clean.
Ooh, and the clean is starting to turn into sends here. Jayden looking to fix that parity, they're not going to be able to, but still manages to cancel off that incoming garbage and takes a nice TSS to open up the well for that quad, but it is unfortunately too little too late, and 4 PPS, 9 back-to-back is going to be the statistics necessary to take it.
Yeah, the pressure going back and forth is really impressive from these players, as we've seen a lot in TWC. These truly the best players in the world competing on the stage right now. Okay,
yeah.
he goes for the PC a little bit late though, just gonna be color clear. Pushed up to the top, and a little bit of unfortunate cheese means that Jayden is going to have to downstack once they reach the bottom of their well here.
Ooh, and downstack she will, as we get Jayden opening up this well with a nice combo. Unfortunately, that combo's going to do nothing but cancel, as Dingo has this huge amount of damage being sent over, a 23 to finish off that round. And again, like we said, Dingo may be known for the downstack, but the offense can be just as brutal. We're seeing this back-to-back come in full force on Dingo's side, and what could have been a weakness is turning into a strength, giving Jayden clean, but too much clean for her or anyone else to handle.
Yeah, it is a very interesting balance between clean and cheese, because, you know, if you only send clean, it's going to be a lot of attack, like we just saw here. But if you send too much, it just becomes free attack for the other player. So timing and counter spiking is going to be a really big aspect that we're going to be seeing in these games. CMDINGO going for a nice TKI. JAYDENPPT, some kind of C-spin opener here. Not really waiting for the counter. Oh, into the perfect clear here. CMDINGO pushed to the top of the board, trying to get out of it, and Jayden is struggling to find the right punish to top out CMDINGO.
Yeah, Dingo had actually been looking for the PC himself there, wasn't able to get it, but was still able to get the reversal off of this misdrop DT cannon from Jayden's side, and what was a powerful PC is nothing but clean garbage at the end of the round. 5-1 Dingo. What do you think Jayden can change here to get back into this match?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is just avoiding misdrops. I find that Jayden is struggling a little bit with the garbage sometimes. They have, very strong downstacking potential, but it's hindered by just poor piece placement sometimes, probably from nerves or trying to stride, but it seems like CMDINGO's pressure is really getting to Jayden. As Jayden does an Among Us opener in the Tetrio World Championship. I don't know how to feel about this one.
No, alright, rightfully punished, I should say, for that one. The Among Us opener not going to find any purchase at getting back into this match, and hey, Jayden may have honestly, and this is gonna sound stupid, but may have honestly need that as a mental reset. Like, if you are just having a blast, you're having fun, you're able to do some wacky things like that, it may get you in the mental state to get back into this match, and Jayden's looking a lot more confident, no misdrops from that round, and puts another point on the board. So hey, you know, don't knock it till you try it. May have cost a round, but could end up netting many more, as it seems.
Yeah, JAYDENPPT really went from Sussy Sundays to Sussy Saturdays, I suppose. But what is not sus is this 12 spike from CMDINGO. JAYDENPPT pushed up top, but has a bit of clean to work with right now. Down to the bottom of their board, JAYDENPPT builds a very nice fractal, but doesn't quite get the Tetris at the end there.
Ooh, and speaking of Tetris at the end, we might be seeing the end of this Tetris game for Dingo as, oh my god, never mind, finds an amazing downstack combo to get back into this match, finds a nice Kaidan to continue off of it as well, and now Dingo's sitting on so much clean garbage, but Jayden is sitting on 11 back-to-back. Right as I say that, though, Commentator's Curse forced to break it at the moment, but does find a downstack for her troubles.
Yeah, finding the right places to break back-to-back can definitely mean the difference between life and death, because if you greed too high to the top of your board and you end up being punished for it, that can truly be the end for your game. Speaking of end of the game, oh my god, CMDINGO push to the top! JAYDENPPT really putting on the pressure here and coming with a round win for them. That's going to be real big. They really need every point they can get with a 7-3 lead right now.
Absolutely. And hey, Dingo is looking a bit shakier than we've seen so far, so it's going to be interesting to see if this match starts swinging back towards Jayden. We've seen a lot less misdrops as it's progressed and a lot more clean stacking, but oh, no amount of clean stacking going to save you from a spike of that magnitude, but Jayden going to barely survive it and find a nice quad to open up this 0-9 stack to try and get down to clean garbage. Makes a TSS here, but still has to do a lot of cycling and skimming. Going to manage to find a way out before Dingo is able to set anything up, and now we are back to this sort of neutral state. Dingo has a nice cancel there, and the count to 4 quad PC. What a play by Dingo to secure that 8-3. Amazing vision.
Yeah, I will say that PC really came out of nowhere. Jayden completely shocked from the attack. It can be really tough to anticipate if your opponent is doing a mid-game PC. Even if you are screen watching, those PCs can really come out of nowhere, and that could be a disaster for Jayden's momentum right now.
Absolutely, and just because you can see that 14 garbage is coming your way does not mean you're going to be able to stop it. And as we saw there, that can be enough to get the job done. 9-3 Dingo. It seems the momentum has shifted back in his favor.
Yeah, JAYDENPPT really needing a reactor meltdown right here to win this game. Oh, but this big L misdrop is not what they needed, as CMDINGO's task is destruction as they take JAYDENPPT down to the match point here.
I'm sorry, I can't let this slide.
I'm
so
done.
Okay, 10.
Don't worry. CMDINGO, big MS2
though,
misdraw, very unfortunate. Trying to fix up the board. JAYDENPPT doesn't quite have the punish they wanted yet. Oh, gigantic misdrops on the board. Oh, this is catastrophic, and CMDINGO is going to be taking the first round of TWC Group A.
Yeah, you could see the moment at which Jayden knew it was over, and it became intentional placements instead of misdrops. But hey, that's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta, take it and move on. And speaking of move on, Dingo moving on in Group A will be playing against the winner of Road to H rank, aka Backchess, and Lifeline.